What's up, Diecast gang? Welcome back to another Nightly Views with your boy KG. Back in here with another video, guys. This will be part 8 of this car build, this trailer build rather. I'm in my workshop studio right now, guys. Just chilling. Finna get this build back on the road, guys. My goal today, guys, is to get majority of this top rack going along the top of the truck complete. I got the bottom done. I got it connected to the trailer. I got the wheels on. The bottom ramps. Now I'm thinking about these top ramps. It's gonna be 3 ramps at the top. I'm gonna start in the front, right here where this Trans Am is. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna move the Trans Am out. Put the Trans Am back here. One moment, gang. Alright, I'm gonna use the truck. My Ford pickup. Just gonna sit it in there. See how it fits. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna use the Ford truck because it's kind of taller. I want to make sure a truck or anything can fit in there that he probably want to put in there. So I'm going to use that as a reference at the bottom. What I'm going to do, first step for this first ramp, I'm going to cut a slack. It's my first ramp. I'm going to go in here. This is my slack. I'm using my 59 Impala as a reference to where I want to cut my line at. I brought it all the way to the back of the, because I'm going to put a slack to hold this truck from sliding back. Well, this car rather, from sliding back. And I marked the line right about at the front, almost at the front bumper. So if it can fit this car, it'll be able to fit a lot of other cars. So I use this as a reference. Marked my line already, gang. It's gonna go right in here, something like this. All right. Yesterday I glued all this top wrap on, all these side pieces and top on, so it's all nice and dry and ready to go. I'm gonna cut 2 of these to the same size. Then I'm gonna get a measurement going across, guys, going crossways like that. Once I get my 2 ramps cut out. So we're gonna do that and then move on to the next step. I'm gonna show you guys. For some reason my camera keep blowing, guys. I don't know why. I see it through the lens. I don't know what's going on. But I apologize for it. Alright, gang. Got my slats cut out. Went a step further and glued some skinny sticks onto my slacks. My next step is I got a square piece of wood that I already cut out. I'm gonna glue it to the edge of the slack just like that. I'll make sure it come all the way to the edge. I wanted to be able to allow it to touch this piece of wood is going across it. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. Get my skinny sticks on there. I got it on the angle at the front. I'm gonna have it in the front and more of a straight line to back. I just did that just because. And this one gonna be opposite. This one gonna be on the opposite side over here. So I'm gonna get all this glued down. Then I'm gonna get the measurement for my piece going across. Show you how to do that in my next step. Alright, gang, got that glued all down on both sides. Now all I'm gonna simply do, I need to get the measurement between these 2 rails on top. From here to here. I just used a skinny stick and held it up there from side to side and drew a line, as you can see. Try not to press against the stick too much because it might be still a little loose at this point or flimsy. So just lightly hold it up there, mark a line where you want it. I'm gonna use this as a reference to get my piece to go across here. Now I'm gonna add another slack piece going across at the length of this, where I want the length of my line to be coming from this edge to that edge right there. Then I gotta get the measurement for in between here for my next piece. So I'm gonna get that glued together as one piece, and I'm gonna get back with you guys. Alrighty gang, just like that I got my first ramp built. As you can see, this is the bottom of it. I got 2 slacks screwed across the side to hold it together. I took my measurement, like I said before, with my other skinny stick to get the width. It's gonna fit right in between these 2 slacks, just like this. Decide where I want to glue it at. For this one, I'm just gonna simply glue it between the 2 rails coming up. I'm gonna mark it where I want to glue it at, as I'm using the truck for a reference and my height. It's gonna be about right there. Get it glued in place, guys. Then I can move on to the next ramp. Alright, just like that, gang, the ramp is glued on. I think I got it at a nice decent angle. It's just glued in between these 2 rails right here. Giving it a little time to dry. In the meantime, while it's drying, I'm gonna glue some skinny sticks on the edge of this piece of slack right here on both sides. Once I get them glued down evenly across there, I'm gonna glue another one on top. Like, it's gonna be 2 pieces of skinny stick. I'll show you how I did it and how it looked once it's done, guys. That's my next step. Alrighty, gang. Got them glued on. 2 pieces of skinny stick. I got one glued directly to the front of that, and then another one glued to that one to make it a little higher. It's gonna be to hold the car from rolling all the way back. While we letting that dry up, I'm gonna move on to the second ramp. I'm gonna basically build the same type of ramp as you see here. I'm gonna build that one for the middle. I'm gonna take my measurements again the same exact way. So once I get a full ramp built like this for the middle section, which I'm gonna work on right now, I'm gonna get back with you once this built. All right, got my ramp all built up, glued together for the second ramp, which is gonna be the middle one. It fits freely in between it. I gave it a little space because I'm gonna want this one to swing up and down. In between it, I don't have it. And I went on ahead and cut a square piece of wood like this. What this is gonna do is fit right in between these 2 pieces like that. You don't want it too long, pressing against it too much, guys. You want it evenly cut perfectly to fit snug in between there without pressing it, without it being too short, because you don't want it to squeeze this to get this glued in. So you want almost a perfect cut. So what I did, I just held this stick up to it and drew a line where I needed it, and I cut it with my little Dremel blade. And I got it perfect though. I'm gonna also be gluing this to a piece of skinny stick, like so. Try to give you guys an example. This part is going to be glued in like that, and the skinny stick is going to be just a little longer than it, like that. See that, guys? So it's going to be glued like this on both sides with a little piece sticking out like this. And what that's going to do is help me when I glue this in. It's going to help me glue it easier without having to struggle to get them two sides to stick. And also I want it to be kind of strong because it's going to hold a die-cast car. So I'll do it like that to add more support. This is my 7th one of these I built, guys. So, excuse me, I learned from my experiences. Normally I struggle to get that piece to hold in between there real good. Apologize, dropped my rant. But in order to get it to hold tighter, this is the method that I start using. So I'm gonna get this glued to that. Then my next step is I got my hinges ready to go for this ramp. Cause like I said before, I want this one to swing. Okay, normally I just take 2 pieces of wood right here. I need to get my measurements. Let me do it from this side. Normally I just hold it up to there like so. Sorry if I was out of frame. I hold it up to there like that, somewhat. Then I take my hinge and I lay it on there where I want it. On both sides, guys. Then after that, normally I'll take a marker, like any type of Sharpie marker, and then I'll mark, camera blurring up, I'll mark my 4 holes out with a marker. And then I'm gonna take my smallest drill bit. Let me see what my smallest one is. These are my drill bits, guys. My smallest drill bit you see with here is a 1/16. I'm gonna take that 1/16 drill bit. This is very important to drill a hole in it before I add my screw. Okay, guys, because the screw is actually longer, a little longer than this piece of wood. That's why this bottom piece glued to there is gonna help. I can always cut the end of the screw off once it's in there. But these are the little screws that come with the hinges. So I'm gonna get this all glued together and everything ready to go. Get my hinges screwed on. If it come back into blur, oops, my camera be tripping, guys. But once I get this all buttoned up, I'm gonna get on to the next step. I'm gonna show you guys when I get this finished. Alrighty, here we go, diecast gang. I went on ahead and got the screws all that put together. Try to let you guys know everything. On the back side here, I sanded the tips of my slacks right there at the edge, kind of almost on the 45 in the back, just so it can swing down a little more, because I want it to swing a little lower. So now that I got this glued in, got my skinny stick glued on the bottom of it, I can go ahead and add this to the truck. I'm gonna get it glued in right there. I'm trying to point, I can't point to it because I'm only got one hand, but I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna glue it all in right there on both sides. Now that I got it all glued together, that'll help me line it up where I know it to swing freely between these two rails right here. It's hard doing this with one hand, gang. I'm just trying to give you an example. I got lined up almost perfectly in between there. When I glue it down, I'll make sure it's nice and straight where that can swing freely. Then that rack will be just about complete. And I'll get back with you guys. Alright, gang. Coming along. Just like that, we got our piece glued in. Moving smoothly. It's not touching either side. Bringing sweetly. Freely swinging. So now, I got that attached. Glued in with no problem. With that extra piece as a hand. Now I got this little stumpy piece. What's this for, gang? I'm gonna glue it right to the back of this flat coming on an angle. I'll show you why. It's gonna be my stopper, guys. I'm gonna lift this up to the height that I wanted, where I wanted to stop at. And this little piece of wood right here gonna be my little stopper, guys. So I'm gonna get one of these glued on both sides, because both sides are the same. One on this side, one on the other side. And that's gonna be it, guys. I'll be on to the last rack in the back. See you guys once I get all this glued together. Alright, got that rack on. Got it on, got the stoppers on. It's holding up, got a constant up there already. Now, guys, moving on to this last one. The last one I wanted to come off the back of here. So I'm gonna take my slat. I'm gonna set it up there. I wanted to come out to the edge of that, so I'm gonna mark a line right at the end of here where I want the slat to end at. And that's where I'm gonna cut it at. Then I'm gonna build another rack just the same as I built the other two. Get them glued together. And then I'll put a piece across here, across the top, like I did right in the middle. It's gonna lift up and down too. I'm gonna add another skinny stick right here at the edge. Grab one. I'm gonna glue it in over here somewhere. And this is what's gonna hold the back rack from going all the way down once it's on there. So that's our next steps, guys. Sorry, my voice kind of dry. We're gonna get that all buttoned up, guys. Get that piece glued on. Get this all put together. Work on that right now. When I get that done, well, I'll come back after I get these racks glued together. Alright, just like that, we got this back part glued together. Just the same as all the rest of them. Just our pieces of wood. Also, got our piece done for across the back here. I'm gonna glue it in just across the back, just like that. Before I glue it in, guys, I'm gonna get it glued on or screwed on to my piece of wood here, my back ramp with them hinges. Get my hinges out, set them on there, mark my holes with my Sharpie like I did the first time. I don't have my hinges out yet. Where's my hinges? Okay, I don't have them open yet, guys, but anyway, I wasn't prepared for that to show you guys that, but hold it on there, mark your holes, then use a 1/16 drill bit and drill your holes after you mark them. Make sure you take your time and drill them straight down and straight where you make the mark at. Make sure you try to keep the holes even, that way you don't want your hinge to be crooked. If it's crooked, just start over, guys. For real, I mean, it's not gonna turn out right. So just take your time, mark your holes. Start with, I suggest you start with this one, with this piece. After you line them up and mark your holes, just drill your 2 holes on each side. Get your hinges screwed on. Once you have the holes in there, you can just go ahead and take the screw and screw the hinge on. Then once the hinge is screwed on, hold it back up to this piece. Then mark your other 2 holes onto this piece. You know, that's how you can make sure it's straight, guys. Don't just mark 4 holes. Just take your time, mark these 2 first, and then mark these 2. From my experience, you'll get better results. So once I get the hinges screwed on, guys, I'll be right back with you. Right. Here we are. Back at you with the ramp glue screwed to the hinges. So now this piece right here is all ready to go for the back, guys. Don't worry about what it's gonna hang on to. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it into place, just like that. Kind of stand over it, you know. You glue it, make sure it's straight in line with the bottom one. Once you glue it together like that, I'm gonna put a clamp on it across it to hold it while it's drying. Then we can move on to the last step of this ramp. As soon as I get that glue back together, guys, I'll show you. Check it out, all glued down, screwed down, like I said before. Now I'm using my Camaro as a reference. Now that that's all in place like it should be. I'm using the Camaro because it has a high wing on it. Plus I don't want it to be sloped down too far anyway. So my next step is taking my skinny stick and put it right in there, like glue it in there like that. Where this white piece at, I'm gonna glue it about right there. And then once I get it dry, I can put another piece for my stopper. Stop my ramp from coming down. I want to stop it about, right now, it's just touching the back of the wing. So I'm gonna come up just about a couple of inches, about right there, get it glued in place. So on both sides, I'm gonna glue my stopper just like I did on the middle one, right there. Do the same thing back here. Once I get that glued together, I got one more step. I'm gonna get back with you. All right, check it out, gang. We got that last piece intact. Got the rack on, got my 59 sitting up there. 59 caddy sitting up there just perfect. Look at that. I also added this piece right here, guys, to add more support to my skinny stick. I ended up doubling my skinny stick from here on up. So that's a double piece. And then I added this piece glued from here to there. Then I just added another little piece right here, so it's almost triple right here, but this piece is just supporting this piece coming down. So now it's really strong, guys. So everything's holding up good. My rack is lifting up and down pretty good. That's holding. It's pretty long because I got my caddy up there. I know I can get pretty much any car on there I want to now. That's gonna about conclude tonight's video, guys. It's been a long one, definitely. It's looking good though. You guys probably wondering about these pieces sticking up, guys. Not to worry about them. I'm just gonna take my drummer blade right here, just a little blade on my drummer tool, and get all the cars off of there. I'm take my time and slice each one of them off. They come off and cut real easy. So once I decide where I want to cut them at, I always say that for last. If you guys wondering, that's gonna be for next video though, guys. We're gonna go add into all the next little details, and then we're gonna get this thing painted up and we're gonna be just about finished with it, guys. If you enjoyed the content, please take the time, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Leave a comment if you have any questions about this build, anything you want to know. The truck still looking good. When I get it all finished up, I'm gonna give you guys still an overall view of it, because it's still stuff. When I build, I'll be having stuff everywhere, gang. That's just me. I got cords for my drill and my drummer going through there, so I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But when I get it finished, guys, I'm gonna give you guys an overall view of it. Don't worry about that. Thanks, guys, for watching. Until tomorrow's vlog, guys, have a good night. God bless. Peace.